And you thought it was done. I hear helicopters. I don't like hearing helicopters. Sometimes that means fire helicopters. Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California. We are in a major heat wave and it's going to be really hot all week. I'm not complaining. I know so many of you have been in a heat wave for months, and we have too, but now we're going to be like 101 or more. But anyways, what I wanted to show you here is I'm going through in the morning before the sun gets to everything, and I have a bucket here. Now at night, this bucket of water is hot. I can't even use it because the cement gets hot. Should be putting it on the ground, and it holds the heat, and then the water holds the heat. This is what I wanted to show you on the lettuce. I have not moved my lettuce, so it's been sitting here in 100 degrees, but let me show you this. Let me move. I'm going to pull out some of the leaves. I'm actually going to trim a lot, make a salad today. These are the ones that are in cups. These are red cups. You can use food containers. See what happens when let me grab my watering can, because this is important. When I come out in the morning and I water, you can't, there it is. See how I'm watering the cup itself? That means the plant is getting the water right to its roots right now. And it's going to absorb all that water it needs until it gets really hot. Then in the evening, it will rejuvenate again. And if there is no water in these cups, see in here? We don't need leaves it doesn't need. We can just pull those off. I know there's a lot of plastic flowers in there, but this is what's saving these plants. See the cups? I water in the cup. I can water around the cups as well because the roots have left, but this really is saving these plants. Look how beautiful they look. I just want to add in here quickly, I have so many videos on how I'm growing in dish pans and totes as well, but how I'm doing it in the cups, not in the cups, and also how I'm making tons of free soil that's making these plants grow. So be sure to check out many of my videos if you're looking to grow plants. Now, when you go around to the other ones, when you water, they may not get as good of a watering. I'm just saying it helps a little bit. I am really watching these. This one, let's see, in here, there's no cups. I want you to see this. I don't know if you remember it or saw the video last week, but all those cabbage moth caterpillars were in there. It ate the lettuce, and I was going to compost this. This is what it looks like a week later after those yellow jackets got in there, ate up all the caterpillars, and the ladybugs got in there. Looks as good as new. So we're now harvesting lettuce again from there. Isn't nature amazing? So it looks like, well, it's doing great. But the cups really do for a lot of plants, like in here. You really are watering individual cups, which means you're watering individual plants. It doesn't matter for some of them, but it really does help with the lettuce because I can see, personally, I can see how well they're doing. There's no suffering on those at all. They don't dry out. And it's just a direct watering. I'm actually going to pull the yellowing leaves and give that maybe to the chickens or something. But I wanted to tell you, if you are planting lettuce in this heat, you can't really leave newborn little tiny seedlings out because it is just too hot. It literally cannot pull enough and stay cool enough. But when they're established like these have been out here now they're quite a few months old. They're doing great. I'm getting close to retiring these. In other words, I'm going to let some of them go to seed, as you can see up there. I've got them going to seed in there. Oh, I should pull that. I think I will, maybe later tonight. See the one that's got the flower? Because the birds will feed on the seeds and let them feed what they want on there. All I have to do is lift it. We can go in there and do that now. Shouldn't move things around when it's so hot because I may accidentally move it to a place that's too hot. Let's see if we can do this together. One-handed. Oh, these are going fantastic. Look at these. I'm layering the dish pans. So these are the black dish pans that I get from Walmart. These are Sterlite. These are the red ones, also Sterlite. I get those from Walmart too. Look at this. And I'm layering with a bowl that I got at Dollar Tree, just the bowl. So I've got lettuce growing on the top. Really should have one. See how one is growing better than the other? This one's taken over. So that one's doing really well. This is a new setup. I'm going to get another bowl, hopefully right now on top. I'll get some lettuce in there tonight. I'm not going to plant in this heat right now. The bowl will keep this damp. for my Korean melons. So I could do cucumbers if I want. These are Korean melons. But it's going to do really good here. I'm really excited. So this layering, this 3 stack, see that? I'm hoping you can see it's 3. It's a black dishpan, a red dishpan, and then this is just any plastic bowl. It could be a flower pot too. And it's really keeping this damp in the heat. And then, of course, I've got the plastic flowers, but let's take this one out because I'm not eating from this anymore. And I'll tell you who's going to love this. Let's carry it outside. Where can I put this? You know what? See if it's strong enough to hold this here. Oh, my luck, it's going to go flying. Oh, I took a tag out. It doesn't belong here, probably. If I put it on the ground, let me step back, the rabbits will get it. The tote's got too many other things in there to put in there. I'm just thinking by the water, they'd be so excited to come drink. That one's got a marigold in it, and it is flowering. I don't want to move that because it's been there. It's doing good. I mean, I could just sit it on top there. The only problem with these containers is see how oblong they are? So they could tip, unlike a round one will. All right, you know what? We'll put it here. And then the rabbits probably won't bother it because it's up a little bit. And then the birds can come in. And what they're going to do is, there might be insects. Oh yeah, there's aphids on that. Okay, they'll come and eat all that. During the day, they have to find it first. They'll come get water. And then they'll see that and they'll eat on that. And then in the meantime, I'm going to plant more lettuce in here. Now, what is saving the lettuce? There is no roof on here. Is the plastic plants. Look at this. You saw me do the video on the iceberg lettuce. I don't know if it's ever really going to get ahead, but they are beautiful. In this heat of 100 degrees, and it's the plastic flowers. I did put a couple on top. I should put more because it creates the best sunlight. See how they get shade from the plastic flowers? But it moves. And because it moves, they're doing really good. I have to get this out before I lose it. These are so big. Look at the papayas. I don't want to do it in this heat, but I will. This ain't, I didn't even plant this tomato. But anyway, see, here's another little lettuce in a food container. No, this is doing really good, and I'm using this, and I'm eating this. I think there's 3 of them in here. There is. They would have been bigger if there was only, let's say, let me move this. If there was only 2 in here. But that's okay. This gives you plenty of lettuce to eat from. So that 1-gallon trash can from Walmart for $1, I haven't had any break yet. I've had them for years. This is fantastic for growing lettuce in. Lettuce doesn't mind the sunlight, so it's fine. I'll get another one set up tonight in here. Let's see. Stick the plastic flower anywhere. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to kind of touch base with you. Let me step out of here. I want to get in soon. I'm just kind of looking for any squash that's flowering in case I have to hand pollinate. To be honest, in 100 degrees plus, I don't know if even the flowers would make it in this heat. Look how beautiful this is. It is going to flower and maybe, oh wait, I've got a fruit already. Okay, so I already got a fruit. I gotta get this all off and put this all back in. I don't want to do it without gloves because this is really spiky. But remember, the leaves go back and it feeds the plant. Look at that, a black cobra pepper. So in the winter, I'm going to have peppers growing in there. All right, I don't see any flowers right now. That was my main thing today, to come and see if there's any squash flowers. This one's struggling, but you know, I'll leave the leaves that are yellow right now because it's protecting the trunk of the plant. And when we are not 100 degrees, I'll trim some of them back, and then it should rejuvenate in the center. Because look, the center is still growing, see? But right now, do you see what's going on? These dead leaves, they're not being released. The only way they're being released is us picking them. But see how the dead leaves here are protecting this plant? The new growth coming in? Because everything has a purpose in life, everything. So the leaves that are dying back, though they look like they should come off, if I strip them now and we're going to be 100 plus, I could end up losing the entire plant because all the new growth could die. Right now, the new growth is protected by all the brown and yellowing leaves, so we'll leave that. Okay, no flowers. I'm going to go back, finish watering my lettuce. Just wanted to say hi and hope everybody's doing great. And I try to get out here before, oh no. Yep, I just did that. I just did that. Come on, go out. Go out. Look at this. Oh, and then you wonder, why did I get cabbage moth butterflies? Because I let them in. I may have to get a net and catch them. Let me see if I can catch them. Gosh, they're quick. All right, I'll do it off camera because I got to get him out. He's coming in here. She probably already laid eggs on my lettuce. Got her. Now, go away. All right, so that's why you keep the doors closed. This is 1/4-inch wire. They can't get in here, but when I leave the door open and walk away, sometimes they do fly in and they fly out. Little tiny things like, yes, the aphids sometimes can get in, but cabbage moth, no. See what happens when you leave the door open? So all is good. I'm really happy. So everybody have a wonderful day. It's going to be hot today, but all in all, I am really happy what's going on here. I mean, even in the heat, I come through, see what needs watering. I watered last night in the dark. That's what I usually do. Why do I water in the dark? Because I want to make sure that the plants can absorb as much water as they possibly need. So by morning, look how beautiful they are. And then as the day goes on, they'll droop, they'll look bad, but I will come out again and I will water. Is that not beautiful? Okay, have a wonderful day. I'm going to look around, do my last look, and then I'm going to go in and go work on other things. Have a great day and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, these peppers are doing fantastic. All free, just like I showed you on my video. And take those leaves and put them back. Cool. Very happy. Last watering before the temperature goes into triple digits. See all these pots around here? Now you don't want to do this once it's really hot because it will burn the plants. All these pots are not here just because I have no place to put them. It's going to water my papayas. So when I water all these pots, it will slowly all day release water because water, gravity is going to pull the water down. And it will protect a lot of different plants. That's why I layer, because there's always water somewhere, unless you're not watering at all, under pots. All right, I think that's it. I think this will do well. I do not want to lose my fruit. Look at that, just full. And I've got to get the other papayas here. This is where I'm going to end up planting them. Of course, I can change my mind. But I think I'm going to get a whole bunch of papayas here and make this into a papaya field because I tend to take care of them good here. All right, well, let's let the plants do their thing. Let's give them a lot of water at the base. And it's too hot now. I think we're going to call it. All right, let me shut this off. I'm done until tonight. I am in the big dog kennel. I left the door open again. But this one has got a beautiful squash growing here. I took the male flower from here. I don't see anything else. I did find a female flower. The ants are working it. That's okay. And I went ahead and hand pollinated and I left, see? I left the male part of the flower there. So the ants will crawl all over it. Hopefully that one will make it. I didn't know that there was a flower here and I think that's it. A lot of this needs trimming. Let me see. Okay, this one in here, it's layered in a flower pot. That one only has, right now, a male flower that's going to open. But that worked out good that I came in here. Look at the beautiful fruit there. The ants are really marching. They're working to put away things for the winter. But they're not going to hurt anything, so I'm not worried about it. Okay. All right, so we're good. And you thought it was done. I hear helicopters. I don't like hearing helicopters. Okay, I don't see them. Sometimes that means fire helicopters. I'm going to put a couple more plastic plants on the roof there, and that will help just stick them in. I kind of like them on the inside better. I'll show you after I do it how I did it. But either way, you could, if you had something like that, you could just zip tie some plastic flowers. Again, you're not making a solid shade, but you're giving them sunshade, which is so natural. and you thought the video was done. Okay, let me go get that done. I know, I told you I was going to do it tonight, but I ended up doing it now. It's still not in the triple digits, so I've got time. I'm going to load the bottom of this bowl with leaves or whatever I collect and put in the buckets around here. And that's an old squash that I did not use. And then there's the lettuce leaves. I'm going to put that in there. And now I'm just taking soil that I collected from things, you know, from other flower pots, or a little bit from the ground, or gopher dirt, you know, whatever I can find. I'm putting that on the top. I want to keep the soil in the wheelbarrows with water in there because there's earthworms and everything in there. So I go through and I make sure that's wet even in this hot weather because they'll dry out. So we're going to load the top up. I'm not going to plant anything in here right now. It is way too hot to try to move baby lettuce in there. Maybe tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not sure. But right now I'm going to get this set up because by putting it in the little dog kennel on the layering dish pans that I'm planting in, or I will be planting in soon, more things, this will keep the water underneath because when it evaporates, it's not going to just completely go in the air. It's going to get stuck under that blue little bowl, right? It does help the plants. You try it, you'll see. So we're going to set that up right here, and I'm still going to get some plastic flowers in there because this is going to help protect the little plants I put in there, which are the Korean melons. Now I'm going to water this bowl. Remember, there's holes underneath, and it's going to seep down like it is on the one to the left. It seeps down, it keeps everything wet, everything damp, and in this hot weather, my goodness, this helps save plants and keeps them going during the hottest time of the day. So when you think it's not damp, it is damp. And now, some plastic flowers. I put some more plastic flowers around there. I'll get a lettuce in there maybe tomorrow, today, it doesn't matter, but definitely not now. And then let me step back here. And I stuck on the inside. You knew I had the flowers on the outside. Just put them around the bars. And now it's creating more shade for this. And see how I did it? And not only does it look good, it's actually there for a purpose, not because of looks. I'll tell you the truth. Even Gary used to say, I'm not sticking no plastic flowers in my garden. He wanted to know where his other 2 bundles were that I bought. He's putting them all over because it is saving plants and it's creating the proper shade for the plants. I love how you can bend it and put it the way you want. Okay, now the video's over. And now I'm going to go get some other stuff done. I think I'll go get some iced tea. So I brought in some lettuce for tonight. I'm soaking it. And I've got the umbrellas out for the hummingbirds. And it has helped. And the only reason I can put it out is it's not so windy right now. Otherwise, I can't do it. And I guess I'll be filling some more feeders soon. Look at that. Love those hummingbird feeders. First Nature, these are fantastic. Look at this. It's their favorite feeders. And I get those from Walmart too. $4. You can't beat that. Is that not cool?